After showing you guys a tour of my fridge, I received so many messages for a similar tour of my pantry. So today I am going to show you what my real food pantry looks like. Now, when it comes to building a real food pantry, I have a couple of tips. First is to think about your pantry in terms of a capsule. Now, you're probably familiar with the idea of a capsule wardrobe. This basically means that your closet consists of clothes you actually wear and that can be used multiple ways. Well, think of your pantry the same way. You want to stock ingredients and foods that you're actually going to use and that can be used in multiple ways to build multiple meals. My second tip is to keep things organized. Just like in your fridge, you want to be able to see your food, and also I recommend grouping things together so like things go together so you know exactly where to find your food and you're not buying extras even though you have that item in your pantry already. And that's going to save you money and also time and just help you be better prepared for getting dinner on the table so that you're not like sitting in your pantry and scratching your head and wondering where something's at. So let me give you a tour of my pantry now. Now keep in mind, my pantry is under our staircase. We don't actually have a pantry, and because we have open shelving in our kitchen, we needed a space for our food pantry, and so we chose to use a coat closet. Now we live in Florida, so we don't really have coats. And so this worked out really well. So come with me, it's a little cramped in there, but we're gonna make this work. Welcome to our coat closet that we converted into a pantry. We just lined this coat closet with shelves in order to convert it into our pantry. So let me show you how I organize it and what I have in here. To start, I have all my baking things together. Again, group-like things together. So things like sugar, coconut, honey, I have chia seeds back here, cacao nibs right here. So anything I would pretty much use for baking or making something like granola, that kind of thing is all within this basket. Easy to find and in clear glass jars when need be, so that I can easily find stuff. Now, let's move on to my second shelf here. And this area here where you see all of these clear jars, this is all like snack, crackers, chips, that kind of thing. So you're gonna find some 1 Degree brand cereal, definitely the cleanest cereal I can find as far as ingredients go. This is a nice treat for the kids. Some Lundberg rice crackers, great snack. Some popcorn kernels to make air-popped popcorn. Some miscellaneous crackers still in a bag back here. Some tortilla chips, organic tortilla chips. And then if I move this bag, you're also going to find some Simple Mills crackers back there, which is definitely a pantry staple. And you can now find them at Costco. It's a great deal. Okay, let's move to the basket back here. This basket is where you're gonna find all my dry beans and grains. So things like steel cut oats are back here, and you can see I try to keep them in containers that you can easily see. Lentils, some quinoa, some bagged rice that I just purchased at Costco. And then dry beans. I love to keep dry beans on hand, so affordable, so easy to make in the Instant Pot. I have garbanzo beans here and black beans, and as I already mentioned, some lentils, which are fantastic for soups. Now, let's move on to the third shelf down here. On the third shelf, this is my snack bin. The whole family knows that if you want like a quick grab and go packaged snack, this is where you're gonna find it. So we have some Enjoy Life fruit and seed packets. These are great for travel, great for the lunchbox. They do not contain nuts, so if your kids go to a nut-free school like mine do, they're fantastic. Some fig bars, these Dustin peanut butter, nut butter packets, great for travel again. Some Maygood granola bars, which just have great ingredients in them for a packaged granola bar. My kids also like chocolate chip variety. And then finally these Wild Made fruit roll-ups. They're kind of like the fruit leathers that we grew up eating, but with real ingredients that you can recognize. And so I pick these up when they go on sale. Now on the second pull-out basket down here, and I found this at Home Goods, by the way. I will try to find one to link to on Amazon. I also have some just dried fruit, great for snacking, but as well as making granola or baking. Okay, let's move on to the bin over here. This is where I keep pasta and pasta-like things. So spaghetti sauce is gonna be found here. I have my Jovial noodles. I love to keep a variety of noodles on hand, especially when they go on sale. It's a great time to stock up. And then I also have some lasagna noodles that I picked up on sale, as well as this ramen, so good for making soups, and I buy this at Costco. It is a fantastic deal as well. Costco just has some great prices on bulk foods for the pantry. Finally, let me move this spaghetti, and you're gonna see back here, this basket is where I keep just a lot of condiments. So we have some extra maple syrup back there from Trader Joe's, some extra nut butters that I picked up on sale, some extra mayonnaise that I picked up on sale or at Costco, some extra salt, vinegars, some extra olive oil that I picked up at Costco just recently, as well as some jams and also tuna fish. I love buying my tuna from Costco or Trader Joe's. They have the best prices I found. And now on the other side on the wall, we installed these little shelves for canned goods. So I don't really like using a lot of canned stuff. I don't have anything against it, but I just don't use it very often. So I have a very limited supply over here. So I do have some beans, some cooked beans that are just nice to have handy if I want to make soups and don't want to cook my own dry beans. Let's see, I also have some tomato paste, which I actually do use pretty often. It's fantastic for soups and stews, as well as making your own spaghetti sauces. On the second shelf here, I have some leftover pumpkin from the fall time. Just because it's not fall doesn't mean you can't use canned pumpkin. It's great for making muffins. Some leftover hot cocoa, and then some organic coconut milk there. On this shelf over here, I have some chicken broth. If you're looking for a pantry stable chicken broth, this Kettle and Fire is a fantastic find. It is definitely one of the few packaged chicken broths that I would recommend picking up. Another favorite is in my freezer. It's from Bonafide Provision. So if you don't have time to make your own chicken broth, this is really nice to have in the pantry for those times. I also have some diced tomatoes. I always have some canned tomatoes. I'm running a little low on my supply right now, but I do have one big jar right now of some diced tomatoes. Great to have on hand for soups, making pasta, anything like that. Chili is another favorite. And then finally down here on this little row, I have some extra spices. Now I'm gonna show you where I keep my seasonings. I actually keep them in the kitchen, so it's handy to use when I'm cooking, but these are just some extras that I have around that I don't maybe use very often, or maybe I had some extras because I received them from the company for doing some work. And then also right here, you're gonna see that I have some leftover, just randomly sprinkles. These are leftover from Christmas. India Tree makes some fantastic artificial dye free, so natural dye sprinkles, and these are just great for having for the holidays, as well as we have some birthdays coming up in our house that these will definitely be used for. Okay, so here's what you're not gonna find in that closet pantry. Seasoning and spices, as well as nuts, seeds, and flowers, and then salt and pepper. So let me show you where I store those things. First, let's talk about my seasonings. I like to keep them close to me so that I can easily access them when I'm cooking. So I keep them in drawers in my kitchen. Some of my favorite spices that I use all the time are cumin, chili powder, garlic powder, ginger, cinnamon, oregano, and thyme. You can also see I have a few more down here. Okay, now let me show you where I keep my salt and pepper, because I use those all the time to flavor food. Seriously, salting your food is one of the best things you can do to bring out the flavor. So I keep my salt and pepper here. I actually buy my salt in bulk, so I just add it to this little container that I found at Target, and then I can easily spoon it out or sprinkle it on our food. I also keep my baking powder and baking soda up here because I use that a lot as well. And then finally, I keep my rolled oats up here. I buy that in bulk, and any extras I will store in our closet pantry. This is easy to access because we consume oats quite regularly for pancakes or waffles or just a big bowl of oatmeal during the week. Then finally, let's talk about my nuts and seeds and my flour. Now, I keep these things in a refrigerator out in our garage because they can actually go rancid if you keep them for a long period of time at room temperature. And so I keep these in jars out there in our garage refrigerator. As far as flours go, I like to stock almond flour, einkorn flour, as well as spelt flour. Those are the main ones that I use. And then sometimes I'll even take my oats and pulse them up to make oat flour. And then when it comes to nuts and seeds, I like to buy those from Costco or Trader Joe's. They have the best deal, and I keep them in containers that I can easily see what's inside. And I really like, right now I'm loving hazelnuts, which are great from Trader Joe's. Pumpkin seeds, walnuts, as well as almonds are some of my favorite to stock. So I hope that was helpful today to see what's inside my pantry. Now I have created a printable download that you can find on my website. I show you exactly what I stock in my pantry. I list it out for you to help you build your own capsule pantry and give you ideas on how you can stock a real food pantry.